Hello everyone. Question is, by the end of the sprint, a product backlog item in the sprint backlog does not meet the team's definition of done. What two things should happen with the item? Option A, it will be inspected at the sprint review and if it is acceptable by the stakeholders, then include it in the increment. Option B, do not include the item in the increment for the sprint. Option C, split the item and add the estimation of the completed work to the current sprint so not to impact the velocity and add the undone work to the next sprint. Option D, estimate the remaining work needed to make it done and add it to the product backlog for the product owner to decide what to do with it. Correct answer is option B and option D. Question is, at the fifth sprint retrospective, the product owner mentions that he is surprised about the amount of technical debt that has built up in the system and that the product is not able to support an adequate number of users. Peter, the product owner, is upset that the product will need several more sprints to address the scalability issues in order to meet his expectations. What factors may have led to this? Option A, the Scrum team has not used the past sprint retrospectives effectively to inspect and adapt. Option B, the development team has not been paying enough attention to technical quality. Option C, the development team and the product owner are not having conversations around technical debt. Option D, the Scrum Master has not ensured that the Scrum team is transparent. Option E, all of the above. Option F, none of the above. Correct answer is option E. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Question is, Steven is a Scrum Master of a Scrum team that is new to Scrum. At the halfway point of the sprint, the product owner comes to Steven telling him that he is concerned the development team will not be able to complete the entire sprint backlog by the end of the sprint. What should Steven do in this situation? Option A, motivate the development team to meet their commitment to the product owner. Option B, coach the product owner that with complex software development, you cannot promise the entire scope that was forecast during sprint planning. As more is learned during the sprint, work may emerge that affects the sprint backlog. Option C, advise the product owner that the development team owns the sprint backlog and it is up to them to meet their commitments. No one tells the development team how to turn product backlog into increments of potentially releasable functionality. Option D, add more people to the development team to meet the product owner's expectations. Correct answer is option B. Question is, Steven is a Scrum Master on a new Scrum team. What would be the best way for him to determine if the product owner is interacting enough with the development team during a sprint? Option A, check whether the product owner is actively engaged at the daily Scrum. Option B, check whether the increment presented at the sprint review meets the product owner's expectations. Option C, see whether the product owner has provided enough information at the sprint planning to make his or her presence optional during the sprint. The level of autonomy within development team can be the result of having the right presence from the product owner. Option D, the product owner must always be present with the development team Unavailability of the product owner is prohibited in Scrum. Correct answer is option C. Question is, if burn down charts are used to visualize progress, what does a trend line through a release burn down chart indicate? Option A, when all work will be completed so the Scrum team can start work on a new product backlog. Option B, when the project will be over if the product owner removes work that is equal in effort to any new work that is added. Option C, when the work remaining is projected to be completed if nothing changes on the product backlog or development team. Option D, the evaluation of the return of investment on the project. Correct answer is option C. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe.